What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
This is not
another damn podcast.
Presented by
our damn selves.
Episode 229.
Yes.
Bears Packers week, man. Even though we don't know the outcome of the game because we're recording this, it's about halftime right now. 10-7.
Right.
I believe. Yeah. 10-7 Packers. I got this shit on in the background, so I'm kind of looking at it. But we got to get it done because we got to get y'all a show out. So, yeah, I can't sit to so we got to get y'all a show. But, yeah. Speaking of sports, let's start off on sports. I got something. I've got something for you.
Ooh. Eagle Man laid an egg.
Yep. I don't know if you've seen this yet, kid, but you'll definitely appreciate it. Even if you have, then you watch it again. If not, then you'll
okay.
Yeah.
Let me see.
We talked about it last week. NBA at 75. Have you seen this commercial yet?
Yes. I have not.
Okay, so now you're seeing it for the first time. Now, yeah.
I see the clouds looking like somebody about to just dunk. Yep. So I'm already excited.
So it looks like the logo to me like Jerry West. That's what it kind of looks like. A little bit of the
logo. Bit. Well, it might be about to wind up and
let's go into it real quick and see what we got. And we're gonna see basically the history of the NBA. You'll get past, present, future. So you'll like it. Yeah. It's being an NBA. Go right into it. See how many stars we can point out. Right off.
Come on, hop on.
Good morning.
It's the NBA 75th. All right, guys. We're getting ready to take a stroll down memory lane. Don't get left behind. It's all about the brotherhood here.
Good morning, neighbor.
Top of the morning.
But also,
this is my house.
playing what's rightfully yours.
This is my house.
Hey, seatbelts on, seatbelts.
Hey, Spider!
What's up, Russ? Take notes, kids. Flyers dressed in the NBA. Around here, it's never too late to learn a new trick.
What you want to do is get it off your fingertips.
From the sky hook.
That's it,
all the way to the alley-oop.
Back, baby. Back attack.
Oh, throw it down, big man. Good pass, bro.
That was an instant classic. This community right here stretches to every corner of the globe.
The globe doesn't have corners.
You know what I mean.
Big John Bob.
We've come a long way from the peach basket.
Shot Bob, baby.
My bad.
Love.
Not again.
Where you think you going?
Gary.
You can't get by me.
They call me
now,
Gary. This is what he does. Even nicknames take on a life of their own.
No.
Somebody call the doctor?
Is that who I think it is?
This league is full of game changers. When it comes to legends, the NBA's got more than its fair share.
And I ain't finished yet.
AD, baby.
That's what I like to hear.
Look.
Some things are bigger than basketball.
The Mamba. Rest in peace. Mamba. Let's go, baby.
Now, we've seen kids turn into kings and give it all back to the next generation. There's a piece of this game for everyone. It doesn't matter who you are,
Brothers.
how old you are, or me at that too. You know what I mean? Now, that's just fun. Nice ride, Zeke. Hello. Fit is clear. It's been 75 seasons and counting. One thing's for certain.
This game just keeps getting greater.
Game don't stop. It won't stop.
I said no.
Please?
Yeah, I did see it.
Nice.
Yes.
Now I'm excited about the NBA 70.
I just got excited.
We ended our show with that last week. We picked up our next 25. And guess what? NBA, they on the same thing. I think opening night on TNT. I think it was opening. I got to get the exact date, but they are going to announce the 75 greatest players of all time. So, see, we ahead of the curve. We've been talked about that last week. We were on that And then I saw the commercial. I'm like, okay. I wish Mike would have been in it. They did so I'm dunking from the free throw line, but I wish Mike would have been in it. When they had the program too when they showed the glove, and that's when I took it personal.
That's when I took it personal.
They could have put it right there. The only thing, but at least Zach was there and Benny. So I was like, we had Bulls representation.
It was a nice mention though to have him stop Michael B. Jordan and the little because Michael B. Jordan, So I loved it. I love the NBA.
I saw all the
smiling.
Stars in there,
And the young players, like you said, like you got your D Books, your Trae Young, like the young guys, like the next gen.
Zach attack with the dunk. Like Zach, saw LaMelo Ball. Like was Lonzo with him? I saw LaMelo. Yeah, I did. I think that was the Ball brothers. I have to rewatch. I did see LaMelo. I think Lonzo was with him. So we got a couple of balls. Lonzo was. We definitely got the Zach attack with the dunk though.
And Benny is the best mascot. No shade, but Benny is the best mascot. He's the best. Gorilla is dope too. The Phoenix Gorilla, he's dope. But I was like, Benny, I gotta roll with my Benny. Benny's the best
Bird
mascot.
And Magic being the veterans, like retired, like the neighbor.
Yeah. The OGs.
And Dr. J is there. Somebody called for a doctor. That was cool. The Kobe.
Because Bird and Magic kind of like they started the whole where it took basketball to that.
To me started with them.
That next level.
Like
and then, of course, Jordan
they crawled so Jordan could jump and shit.
Jump man. Jordan just jumped it.
So Jordan could jump and shit.
Yeah.
It was I thought it was a great commercial. I was like, okay, Michael B. Little Killmonger. Okay.
I like it. And having the little kids out there, cute. It's always good to have the little kids. I like that. So loved it.
All kinds of Dirk, like Kareem trying to teach Dirk the sky hook. That was pretty cool. Dirk had the little stork shot. Sky hook,
Because Dirk would be unbeatable if he had a sky hook and that stork shot. He would be unbeatable with that for both of them.
LeBron.
That stork shot, because nobody could get that stork. Nobody could guard that stork shot. LeBron with the Loved it. Oh my gosh. NBA is starting. I'm so happy.
Bulls went 4-0 in the preseason. Regular season starts this week, I want to say.
It does.
So we'll find out when they're gonna have that NBA 75th, the 75 greatest players. I'm gonna tell you exactly when.
And can we just talk about how good? I know that people, it was just the preseason, don't get too excited. Can we talk about how in tune the Bulls look? Like they actually look like a team. They look together. They look like they were hungry. They look like they wanted it. That's what I'm happy about. Is that it just looked like you always say, it's amazing what a different coach and a different front office can do for a team. It's amazing.
They've been here a little over a year. And with this whole, like I said, besides Levine and Kobe White, it's a completely different team.
It's a new team.
None of the guys that guard backs here, like none of them are here except for those two. All those other guys.
Stacey King keeps on saying, this is not your Bulls team. I'm like, this is a different team. Like this ain't what you guys thought. This ain't what it was last year, basically. So, I mean, I'm happy with what the guys are doing. Like I said, carry on that positive momentum that you went 4-0 in the preseason. So carry that momentum over into the regular season. Carry it over and let's make them scared of us in the East. Let's make them scared of the Bulls. Bulls can be a threat in the East. They can.
October 19th through the 21st on TNT and ESPN, they're going to unveil it 25 players at a time. I'm excited. Yeah. I'm excited. Yeah. So that's coming up this week. Yeah, they'll be unveiling. So Tuesday through Thursday, yeah. So it's right here.
I'll be watching. I'll be watching.
Those guys we named made that.
We named.
I'm gonna re-listen to that podcast that we did, and then while I'm watching, I'm okay. Yeah, I got 50 of them. 50 to 75. Yeah, we're gonna play. I got 60. I got 68 of them. You kid.
Well, we know, like I said, obviously, like we said last week, like if your first two names you say aren't Kobe or LeBron, then just throw your whole list away. Basically, like we know obviously those two is the first one that you add. That's the first one that you add. Those two names, obviously, it's not.
When I have the original list of the NBA at 50, yeah, I'm looking at that right now.
Woo, NBA.
Yeah, I got the original. So I thought I played that for you. I was like, I wonder if the kid has seen this because I was watching it. I thought
I came in on the tail end of it because like once it started, and I remember seeing D Wade. That's when I think I like first saw.
Somebody sent it to me.
Was like waving.
Somebody sent it to me on Twitter. It was the first place I saw it. I was like, okay, and I didn't mention it to you because I wanted to like get your natural reaction.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell Naeem I watched this video because ordinarily, we got our group chat with Feast and everything.
The group
there, I was like, I'll just wait and play it on the podcast to get your natural reaction. I almost posted it there, like, hey, y'all check this out. Yeah, have y'all seen this yet? So I got it about a few days ago. I forget which day, but yeah, I was like, okay, I think Naeem would like this.
And can we just give a shout out? Like I said, we actually don't know the outcome of this, but the Sky played today. They play today at 2, so they're one win away from a WNBA title. So
I don't know if they won or not yet, but y'all know.
Yeah. 2:00 they play today, so work it out. Come on, close it.
If they're champions or if they're still
close
fighting.
it.
You don't know yet.
I want them to close it. You guys gotta close it. Like shut that door. Close. Don't leave the door open. Close it. Do the opposite. Close that door. Like let's get it done. So. Happy that basketball seems to be popping in Chicago now. It's popping now. We looking good. Chicago, we doing it over here. Yes. Woo.
We'll stay on the NBA right now. Let's talk about Mr. Kyrie Irving. He's finally released his statement, because everybody been going after Kyrie. They've been going after the man because of his decision. And once again, like I said, it's like Nicki Minaj kind of, but because he never said that he's not anti-vax. He just said
he never said
it's a personal decision. He's like, you want to take it, I'll support you. If you don't want to take it, I'll support you. He said, but I'm not taking it. And I will he has risked the consequences of not taking it. That means not playing. He says he's not retiring. He's like, so he says, this is not coming from my team. It's just, if I can't play, I can't play. That's where he's at right now.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel about that? Because it's been
on
both sides a lot.
And let's make it clear, too, it's not an NBA mandate. This is coming from New York,
the city
from New York.
State of New York.
Let's see. I'm not part of the city. It's coming from the city, right? Because is it mandated in the state? It might be
New York State. I'm not sure if it's a state
Or
mandate.
is it just a city?
It could be city. It's New York. I don't know if it's New York State.
It's New York. I'm not sure the city or state, but let's be clear, it's not the NBA because people were trying to say, well, how come Bradley Beal can play and he's in it? It's not the NBA. Bradley Beal does not live in New York City. He's not in New York. He does not work for New York.
Same reason Andrew Wiggins ended up getting it because San Francisco is a mandate there. Like you can't play.
Right.
So he plays for the Warriors. So Wiggins at first said he wasn't getting it, but then he decided to get it because I guess to is less trouble than what Kyrie is going through. He just said, fuck it, I get it. So because Andrew Wiggins was one of the whole, because a few names that few name players that I hold out. So I'm sure there's others that nobody's talking about, but it's Kyrie Irving. It was Andrew Wiggins who just got it. Beal is a holdout, and Jonathan Isaac. That's the 4 off the top of my head.
Right.
And I said Florida. I'm pretty sure Florida's pretty they pretty laid back about stuff like that. So I don't think
Florida was open the whole time.
I think it'd be a problem with Jonathan Isaac playing. Because
Florida said mandate. Yeah. They said pandemic. Florida said pandemic. They've never closed. Florida's never closed.
Pretty much.
Never. So.
And then Beal is with the Wizards.
Yeah.
Their situation. Washington, D.C. seems like it will be strict on that kind of shit, but I guess not. So I don't know what's going on. But Beal, and like I said, those are the 4 off the top of my head. And Kyrie obviously being the biggest star of those 4.
Yeah, because he's actually
He's an all-star, and
he actually makes a difference with his team. Like him, like even though their team is still stacked,
got a ring on that list. He's only champion.
Right, their team is still stacked. Like make no mistake, Brooklyn is still stacked as hell.
Still a favorite to win the title.
Still stacked as hell, but
without Kyrie, but with him, they're even better. Yeah.
It's like okay, like obviously, like spoiler alert, whatever. But I mean, you guys should have been seeing Endgame. Okay, when Iron Man dies, Kyrie is Iron Man. We need Iron Man. He's in the like Avengers still dope, but you lose Iron Man, you lose a piece of it. So, or you lose Cap. Well, he might be Captain America, whoever. Like he's one of them. He's one of the main Avengers. So you need all of them to like be super dope, but you still
assembling on both coasts, really.
Yeah. But my whole thing with this is just, I mean, I always thought just from my stance about like vaccinations and things, like even with children, it's parents who just don't want to vaccinate their kids. And what they have to do is they have to have the waiver signed. And you have to turn in your waiver, and you have to have your religious waivers. Usually a religious waiver, you have to have that signed, and you have to turn it in when you're registering your child for daycare, school, whatever, camp, whatever the case is. And you have to have the waiver. It's saying that that's not saying that you can't attend the camp, or the school or whatever, but you have to have the waiver. And I just always assumed that if you have a waiver, and if you did take like I know coronavirus is a whole different thing than like measles or whatever, but it's like, I thought that as long as you have the protocols in place where it's like, okay, I'm not going to vaccinate, but I'll test weekly or whatever I need to do. I'll do my test weekly.
No, I'm about to fire some people up with that. I don't get why
that's what I just assumed.
It's like,
that's why I just assumed.
With Kyrie, why can't you just test them before every game?
Right, test them. They have the rapid test come back in 15 minutes. Yeah, they come back in 15 minutes.
Yeah. Kyrie could be tested before every game.
And usually the stuff lines up. Like I think it may be a small like percentage where like maybe like 0.00. It might be like a tiny percentage like where
that's for the rapid before every game.
Yeah. Where the rapid one is different from the PCR, but usually I said they match up. If you come back negative for the rapid, you're gonna come back negative with the PCR. That's usually how it works. So I just assumed that would be the case. Like, okay, like he's just gonna have to get swabbed, do the rapid every game or whatever, or test weekly, whatever the case may be. And they're like, he can't. I'm like, huh? Like, I'm confused because I don't know.
More strict about that shit for whatever reason. It's I always say it's a personal choice because.
And then the fact that it's And not being funny about it. Like, it's Kyrie Irving. It's not a scrub. I mean, I'm not saying that scrubs don't deserve you know what I'm saying, but he's a franchise player. He's an all-star. He's a champion. He played with LeBron.
One of the best players in the league. Yeah.
Like, he's not like he's like a third string point guard. You know what I mean? It's not like no shame. I'm not saying they don't but you know what I'm saying. It's like he has his own shoes. You know what I mean? Like, he's a star player. So for them to do it with him, it's like like if Kevin Durant, would they have been like, no, Kevin Durant, you can't play? Like if it was Kevin Durant, would they have been like, you can't play?
It was LeBron James.
Hell no. Hell no, they would not do it with LeBron.
They getting LeBron on that court one way or another.
Exactly. Hell no, they would not.
LeBron has a fake passport vaccine. Vaccine passport, whatever. Yeah, fake vax passport. They're gonna get him on that court one way.
Exactly. So that's just what I'm saying. Like, I don't like the forcing of him, but it's like big ups to him as him like being like, I'm not gonna compromise my beliefs and what I believe, and I'm gonna take my consequences like a man.
And I know this is apples and oranges, but some people are comparing it to Ali when he didn't go into the draft. That's what I said.
Yeah, I think that's not
apples
the same.
And oranges, but some people are comparing it to that. Yeah.
It's not the same. Yeah.
Apples and oranges, because Ali was gone for like 3 years. Like Kyrie, like he still might play this year, Like,
right, so I don't like that comparison. It's not.
Yeah. If Kyrie if he really doesn't play anymore, then it'll be a better comparison.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's like 3 years from now when he's still sitting out, it's like, okay, then maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, it's like he still might play. Like something might happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's just my thing is that, like, I like that he's like, hey, you know, like he's not trying to be like, this is unfair to me. He's not trying to, he's like, okay, it is what it is. Like, I accept my consequences.
I want to play, but it is what it is. Like, yeah.
Right. Yeah. When you get like all the outside talking, that's what happens when the outside there people.
I like calling it noise. That's what I like calling it.
Yeah, you call it noise. Yeah, people like to put in their own 2 cents and be like, well, this is like Kyrie never hears his statement that he released himself. Here's his statement right here. Like he never said that, but people create their own narrative, or they may take a small piece, and then if you just have like one line or one blurb, then everything can be taken out of context. So I mean, I hope that Kyrie can play this year.
Yeah, I
hope he can, because it's like
there'll be a shame. It's like, and not just I'm not a Brooklyn Nets fan like that, but I really want to see what that team can do with a full season.
Exactly.
Last year was kind of all over the place. Like Harden came in late and out of shape and all of that. It was but like they weren't 100% last year. I wanted to see how far that team could go.
Yes, yeah,
100%. Yeah. But we're not gonna see it this year because Kyrie he's gonna miss some time. Like I don't know how much time it's gonna be the whole season or whatever, but he's definitely missing some games. Just don't know how many.
This is just like really like this whole everything is just kind of just
pandemic is fucking whack, man.
Like it's everything. Like you know how you just take things for granted, even if it's small. It's like, hey, let's go over here to the museum. It's like, nope, you gotta order online like 3 weeks in advance to get your ticket. You can't go with stuff like last minute. Like, hey,
to go to the Shed Aquarium,
basically, you do. Like, you just can't be, hey, it's a nice day. Let's go over here now. Nope. like last year with the zoo, like they told us that because we went online, we did our tickets prior to going to the zoo last year, and we were walking up. These people walk out, they was like, if you didn't reserve online, they ain't gonna let you in. We was like, we already reserved online. It was like, okay, y'all good then. Because they went all the way over there and they did not get in because they did not have their reservation. But that's how it is now. And it's just kind of like the spontaneity of doing things like, hey, it's a nice day. Let's do this. You just can't do it no more because of the pandemic. And it's kind of like you said, it's kind of sucks. You know, it's kind of just, I don't know. It's just. Like I just want to have like a normal. I mean, I don't know if we're ever gonna have a normal life again, but you know what I mean. It's just kind of whatever. But make it happen. Come on, New York.
I don't know. I'm over it, man. That's just
Come on, New York. Like I said, once again, it's not the NBA. Like I said, let's get it out to my people. The NBA is making. It's not the NBA. It's not the NBA. It's not the NBA.
Adam Silver said he's not mandating anything. Like NBA
right. And it would look stupid for him to just play half of the game. That's why, like, it's a personal thing. Okay, like instead of me just
being the Brooklyn Nets made a decision because they said
him playing half
the time and not having him. We like he's either all or nothing. That's what they made the decision.
Yeah, like that's dumb. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm gonna be half the time here, half the time gone. That's stupid. It is.
She said if he can't play all games, then we just sit him. Like they made that decision there.
Mm-hmm.
Which sucks. But like I said, this whole thing sucks. This pandemic. I'm over it, man. But you want to stay on little NBA news and shit?
Yeah, we'll side out because we like, yeah, NBA, we about to have it. And it's like, really? No Kyrie? Like, really? like
well, congratulations. You want to shout out Mr. Derrick Rose who announced his engagement.
Oh, I thought he was already married.
Nah, he's was he married? I thought he was engaged. What did it say about Rose? Something.
I thought he was already married. Let me see, because I thought he was married.
I lost the story now. Yeah.
Well, had a kid or something. I don't know.
Was he married or did he remarry? Did they get? I don't know. I saw something with Rose about Derrick Rose. I don't know where the story went now. Maybe he already was and shit. Yeah. Now I can't find it. That's why I need to start bookmarking all of my shit. Well, if we'll come back to his ass. If I ever find this story, I'm having trouble with it now.
Oh, I see it. It says Derrick Rose and Elena Anderson announced engagement. I thought he was already married.
I thought he was married too, but then I saw that and I was like, oh, Rose is getting married. Okay.
Right. I just assumed they were already married, but the way he proposed to his longtime girlfriend. So you know, like
common law, you know how that is.
Yeah. You know, like because after a while you lose track. Like if you've been together like 10 years with somebody, if you've been together 5 years minimum, and if y'all are living, especially if you guys have kids or whatever, it's like I just assume that you're already married. After like 5-6 years, I just assume it. I'm like, okay.
I found the people. Just what I was looking for.
I assume it to me, you know.
Her flash in the ring. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Shout out People Magazine. I found it. Took me a while,
that's
but
a big ass ring. I looked at it. That's a big ass ring.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. So there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big ass ring. Yeah, I thought they were already married. I just assumed that they were.
Of course, that caused
I know they had
caused a little stir on the internet, if you know what I'm saying. Little stirring of the pot on the internet. Little swirling of the pot on the internet that fired some people up. So what do you think?
Hey, I mean,
my timeline, yeah. It's a different response
to her.
Different response from the fellas and the ladies, if you know what I'm talking about.
Like I said, you see how I touch. I just assumed they were already married.
And the ladies was like,
I assumed they were. I assumed they were already married because they've been together for a while. Like I said, I believe they have a child together. So I just assumed that
I think they had a baby. I don't remember when they had one.
Yeah, like their baby's like my baby's age, I want to say. But I just assumed that they were already married. So it's like, oh, he's not married. Oh, okay. Congratulations. That's like my reaction. Like, okay. But I know what you're getting, the extra,
yeah.
Like, can we? Okay, like
I'm not gonna say.
Like, can we just not do that? Like, ladies, let's stop doing that because first off, like my thing I always say, even if you met this uber athlete / musician / actor or whatever the case may be, this high profile celebrity black guy, even if you did meet this guy, would it be a guarantee that, you know, did they really take your man? Like, that's what I think. They take him out. Like, what? Like would they really take your man? Like, would you?
So yeah, what's
like? Would you really have stood a chance? Like, if you met him face to face? I'm just saying. Like I've been there, and like we went to an NBA party before, and like yeah, like them girls they were trying to get shows. I've seen what goes on at NBA parties. We saw it firsthand. Yeah. Like seeing all those girls, I'm like, this pushed up, this hiked up, this flowing, like just lips and all this. Just I'm like, oh okay, you guys are trying to stay on that 50 plan, or minimum that have a baby by me, be a millionaire. They're on that minimum, so hey. But congratulations to them. I'm not, I ain't and this and that, but ladies, let's stop doing that. Let's just stop, let's stop doing that.
All right, we done with sports and all of that because it's a big story out there again. A big story.
What's the big story?
Cosby's back in the news again. I don't know if you heard about that one. This time being sued by a former actress from the Cosby Show. The headline had everybody wondering, like, "Ooh, okay, wow, which who hit Cosby?" Yeah, we think actresses from the Cosby Show. You start thinking, oh, it was Felicia,
the main character, not a one who was appeared on one episode.
They would definitely be the one that seemed like she would sue him. Like if anybody, yeah.
I did not see.
And we back. I don't know what happened. That's what happens when instead of hitting share, you hit some other bullshit. Yeah, we had a hiccup.
Technical issue. No, we're good. We're here.
Mm-hmm. But let's pull this up right now. Lily Bernard. I didn't even know who this chick was. Who's seeking $25 million in damages for an incident that allegedly happened in 1990. I looked her up. When I saw the picture, I was like, I still don't remember this chick and shit. Do you?
Is this the one who was the spacey one that was pregnant?
Okay, you remember the episode. Okay, yeah. Let's read this.
And Ed Lover was on the episode. How
Yeah,
far
let's
I've
talk.
heard
Let's
that,
talk about
Ed
that
Lover-
episode. Yeah. So you remembered? I
Ed
did.
Lover was on the episode. Yeah.
I looked up because I went to the IMDb, like I got it, and I looked. I was like, okay, she played a Mrs. Minifield. So I don't remember anything about that
The
character.
Spacey. I remember the
Let
episode.
me
She was
watch the
Spacey.
episode. I went back and watched it. Yeah, on Amazon. Yeah, I went back and watched it.
Yeah, Amazon. Sorry, Amazon.
Last night. I said, because like I want to talk about this story. I said I don't remember this character or this actress, so let me watch this. It was a pretty memorable episode. I was like, okay, yeah, now I remember this episode. So Ed Lover was on it. It's funny you mentioned. Also, it was the introduction of Kenny's girlfriend, Deidre, who went on to have a very controversial
Stop.
career.
Stop. Stop.
I won't name like some of the movies she was in after the Cosby Show, but yeah, they weren't very Cosby Show like.
They weren't family friendly. Let's just say.
Definitely got stomped, and I'll leave it at. So it was a pretty memorable. So okay, like Kenny's controversial girlfriend Deidre. Of course, it was a Stanley episode. It was during that era, so the rest in peace to late Merlin Santana.
Who was one of my first loves,
Ed
first crushes.
Ed Lover played the cab driver, like this.
Cab driver. She didn't want to
Came
see.
to the house instead of going to the hospital.
Cause she was like, well, I'm off. And he was like, you sure are. Cause I remember that when he said, she's like, I'm off. Cause she was kind of like spacey. Yeah, she was really spacey. Delayed.
So a lot happened in that episode. I was like, okay, yeah. So now I remember this episode when I was watching it. I don't remember the character or the actress at all. Like I was like, Mrs.
Yeah, I forgot her name. And then when you said like, yeah, Miss Minifield, I remember the spacey chick. Yeah.
I remember the whole Kenny and Deidre and
Deidre.
And not Romeo, whatever his name was. I remember that story, but I didn't forgot the other one. I remember the main story was Kenny and them. I think the Mrs. Minifield was the side story, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so too, yeah.
I think that was the secondary story, the spacey fucking chick that had the baby in the cab and shit. Yeah.
They go to the hospital, don't come. She went there.
He shows up at the house instead of taking the cab to the hospital and shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So she's suing for damages of $25 million.
Back up, hit the right button. And shit. Yeah. Hit the right button this time, damn it.
That's big. Yeah, that's
We'll read the story and then ask what you think. Yeah. One of his multiple alleged filed a civil suit against the comedian. I'm gonna find where's details. Because I had them in another story. It wasn't this Essence story. I'm gonna read the story I got. Was it right here? Is it here? Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, Bernard met Cosby on the set of his sitcom. We offered to become her acting mentor. He reportedly claimed to look upon Mrs. Bernard. She was his daughter. And often spent time stressing that chastity was a virtue, warning of the sexual pressures of Hollywood. And she offered him welcome to refer her as daddy. Get this crap out of here.
Okay, time out right there. Stop. I'm not calling no grown man daddy. It's not my daddy. I'm not. That's just me. Okay, well, carry on. I'm just not doing that. I'm just not.
On one such mentoring session at a suite at the Taj Mahal, Cosby allegedly prepared Bernard a non-alcoholic beverage. However, upon ingesting it, she reports she began to feel symptoms of dizziness and urge to vomit and weakness before floating in and out of consciousness. She claimed to woke up at one point to find Cosby naked on top of her. She recalls telling him no. Reportedly, Cosby gave her money and established a return transportation to New York for the next morning. So, what do you think about that story? Because I have my thoughts. I'll get your thoughts first.
This happened like in 1990. Is that right?
That's what it
said. Early 90s.
It said 1990 is what it said there.
Jeez, that sounds awful. Like if that is like the recollection of what happened, that is an awful thing. Like nobody should be like, I've always said this. If you have to drug women to have sex with them, you're a piece of shit. You are. No means no. If all that happened, that is terrible. If it did happen, I'm not saying it didn't. I'm not saying it did.
Where I'm at, yeah.
If it occurred,
yeah, that's what I said. Like
if it
right
occurred,
now,
then
it's it seems convenient that he's just popping up that now that he's out of jail. Like so, I don't know if it's a money grab or if it really happened. None of us ever know and shit. Yeah.
If it did occur, it's awful. If it did occur, hopefully, like I said, like, I don't know like what kind of receipts you would have 30 years later, if you have any receipts, but if you have something to prove that it happened, then yeah, hit him, sis. Hit him in the pocket, sis. Do that. But if it's a money grab, then it's kind of like, you know.
Timing makes me suspicious of this one. I'm like, okay, yeah, like it's why now? I was like, okay, he got out of jail. We still gonna let's fuck him financially then since he's out and shit. I don't know. None of us ever know. I don't know.
Right. I don't think we'll ever be able to get because like a lot of time has passed. Like 30 years, that's a long time. 30 years is a long time. So it's like any evidence or proof that you may have, like let's say you have a voicemail on a answering machine. You have an answering machine message. Who has an answering machine now? Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, let me find one. I got one somewhere around here.
With the cassette and,
Got one of these.
Yeah, you got that.
Hilarious. But,
so, I mean, it's very little, like...
But looking back, I can't speak on the actress, but look, I watched that episode and yeah, I hated that character, Mrs. Minifield.
Almost up there with the lady who had the husband Myron that was moving. They were the worst.
Almost as bad as her.
When they moved on a championship, it was like a big game that they were playing.
Giants and the Eagles. I don't remember I think it was Giants Eagles. I don't remember.
It was a big game. It was a big football game that was playing that day. She said that character was annoying. Miss Mayfield was annoying.
Yes, wow. I get why I don't remember this character because I didn't like her very much. Yeah, she was. But Kenny and Kenny, Deidre, Romeo stuff was better and shit. I'm just saying.
Romeo, Stanley, Romeo. But my thing is, a lot of stuff does like now that we're in a different climate, like I said, we have to also erase that this was 30 years ago. So maybe 30 years ago, like a lot of things did seem acceptable. So like I said, my first thing that before you even finish the story, as soon as you start, call him daddy, time out. That's why I said time out. Like, no, I'm not calling no man that's not my father daddy. I'm just not doing that. Like that's creepy to me. Like I'm not a fan of that. Yeah, daddy. No, I'm not a fan of that. I don't like that. Especially if it's like a guy who is old enough to be my father and you're like, no, you're not taking my father's place. You're just not doing that. You're not doing that. You can be a mentor to me and help me in my professional sense, but the second that I get that you're trying to cross that line, no. Absolutely not. So I mean, things were different, I guess, back then, but that's a red flag to be like, daddy, like that's kind of, I mean, like, I cringe, like, like that made me go. But like I said, we have to look at it like this is 2021. So I mean, maybe that was acceptable behavior 30 years ago. Maybe people didn't think that was a thing. Like now if you say hello to the lady, like that's harassment. Like, we're really like, we really keep stuff really like, hey, you can't cross lines now. You can't be a creep at all.
Fuck Mrs. Minifield. I'm talking about the character, not the actress.
The character, not the actress, yeah. But if it did happen, yeah.
Actress, but yeah, fuck that character. Yeah.
I was gonna say if Cosby is still talking or doing something, like my thing is if you are acquitted of something or if something is overturned, I think that you should just kind of just slink, especially if it was like evidence, like heavy evidence against you of things, then it's like just kind of fade to black, kind of just.
Now this one, he didn't say anything, but yeah.
So like he did. I thought that he was saying some stuff. I was about to say,
hello, Twitter world. It's not like he didn't pull an O.J. Simpson.
Why was he out there? Just why? Why you got away with double murder? Why are you out there talking? Just why? And yes, I think OJ did. I mean, I've said that before. I think he did.
He can't return to LA. He's scared. He's scared of running into the killer. You better not have any mirrors in your house, then, bro. So, if you don't want to see the killer,
don't drive your car and pull your mirror down. Oh shit!
All your mirrors if you don't want to see the killer.
Right. Big ups to Kim Kardashian for that monologue, though. It was funny to me.
She got some over that. I think Nicole Brown's family.
Tanya Brown. Nicole Brown's sister was upset.
About Kim.
So she was upset. And I get why because I mean, if your loved one, like I mean, we've never had a loved one that was brutally murdered. We've never had that.
So I can't put myself in their shoes. Yeah,
we've had people who die because of illness or like accidents, but not brutally murdered. Not that. Hopefully I never have to experience anything like that, because that's an awful feeling. But it's like, my thing was, Nicole was not Nicole. I'm sorry. Kim was more so. It was a shot at OJ. It wasn't a shot at Nicole. It was a shot more so at OJ. It's just Nicole, unfortunately, is, by association. But OJ was like when she said, "You want to take a stab at who the first black person I met was?" Like stab.
It was more OJ jokes. Yeah,
that was funny. Cause stab OJ. He's obviously a killer.
Imagine her being upset because, like I said, I thought Kim's monologue was fine, but
I thought it was funny.
Never had a family murder that was stabbed.
Right. So, yeah. But like I said, it wasn't a thing of like making light of like what happened to your sister, because no one's doing that. It's like making fun of this idiot because he was out there and this idiot out here and he's hello Twitter. Like you said, he's out there still writing books and doing shit and being OJ, Like he's never going to not be OJ. Like he just keeps on.
He's not black, he's OJ. Just be talking about football and all of that. What you think about John Gruden's ass? Yeah.
Is that the guy who got fired?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. He
raised former Raiders coach. Yeah.
I'm sorry, not fired. What do they call it? He
stepped down.
He announced his position stepping down, whatever they say.
Voluntarily stepped down as Raiders coach.
Voluntarily. No, you were fired.
Because he raised his emails from like 10 years ago and shit.
Yeah, racist and homophobic stuff he did too. So
this is a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Is what I wanted to talk about, because I want to make fun of Randy Moss's ass. That's what. You can't be a grown man crying on TV because of something some white man said 10 years ago. I'm just saying. This hurts, man. Yeah, shut the fuck up, man. I used to like Randy Moss. Hey, you suck, dude. Now I used to be a fan of him back in the day.
Hey, we need to. Hey, we gotta say, where's Randy Moss from? Well, we know he ain't from Chicago, because in Chicago we roast people. Like if you come at us, Chicago, we gonna roast you. That's what we do in Chicago. You're looking ass, you're goofy ass. We gonna come at you and say goofy ass, and we gonna like really get in there on you. So you should have just roasted his ass. Like, yeah, what he said was racist and terrible, but you roast his ass. Like, I know you ain't on here talking about me with Dada, and then you just go all the way in on him. Ether his ass. Either him, like make him, I'm sure you can pull up some personal digs. Like we always say, like when we go in the roast session, we could get some personal digs on you. Like if your wife left you for somebody else and, like dig on that, like going on personal shots on him.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't see him cry. You said he cried on TV.
Yeah, he's crying about that. Yeah. This hurts, man. Hey, shut up. Okay.
And maybe he was just having a day. I'm gonna give him the benefit of it. Maybe he was having a day. They caught him on the bad. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he was having it. I still think that he should have held it together, but maybe he was having a day.
I give you that.
Maybe he was having a day. You call him on the wrong day. He's like, yeah.
Somebody who was having a day. I'm gonna post an image and just get your natural reaction. I know you've seen this, but yeah, just give me your reaction to this, kid.
Oh Lord.
That's all I'm asking. Have you seen this shit?
I have.
Okay, yeah.
And then I saw the immediate comparison where they showed Rihanna at the Met Gala. I think that's where Rihanna was at, because Rihanna wore something similar.
Okay, I haven't seen Riri. I will definitely be looking that up.
It was like years ago. Rihanna's was like years ago.
I'm definitely gonna look it up though. Yeah.
And people were trying to make the comparison, like,
why you give your points on that?
Rihanna in mesh dress. Rihanna in mesh dress. It was something, like I said, I don't know if it was the Met. Maybe it may have been like they have like those open fashion. It may have been something like that. It may have been a fashion show or something. They do stuff like that. That's what they wear on red carpets. They wear stuff that looks like that.
Oh, Rihanna's dress. Yeah. Yeah. We definitely gonna compare the two then. Let's do a little side by side. Yeah, I'm
because that's why some people say nobody said a word when Rihanna did this.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's like nobody said a word for Rihanna, but then Lizzo does it, and
want me to be real petty? This is the before and the after shot.
Stop. Stop. My thing is, and here's my thing that I always say about Lizzo, like, I think that she's talented, and I like Lizzo. I do. I like her music. She makes good music. She can play the flute. I think that she's beautiful. I think that she's talented. But I think sometimes she does do things just to be like, hey, you're bullying. I think that she does stuff sometimes to gain that reaction that she knows that some people are going to go after. And then I feel like she does that sometimes. And I think that you don't have to do that. You don't have to like stir up shit. You got talent. You ain't got to do that. Like people who don't have talent have to like extend their 15 minutes. People who have to, people who have to keep on drawing. How do I stay relevant? Scandal. Rip out my breast. What do I have to do? Scandal. Let me kiss this dude on the carpet. Scandal. Let me have my vajayjay out. Like people have to do stuff to stay relevant.
We accidentally sent a dick pic.
Right, accidentally.
Accidentally sends a picture of their dick. Shut the fuck up.
Chris Evans did, but
I think that shit was on accident. Because I think an Avengers movie was about to come out. He was trying to get a little extra publicity. That's all level.
No ladies was mad at Chris Evans. Maybe that's what. See, we tied together. Lizzo like Chris Evans. See, there we go. We tied together.
Chris Evans didn't like Lizzo.
And here's the thing. He curved her in the most polite way. I know, like the way he did. He was like really.
So I'm flattered, but no, thank you.
Like he curved her in the most polite way possible. He did curve her in the most polite way possible. He did because he's Chris Evans. Everybody likes Chris Evans. He's a nice guy.
I thought everybody hated Chris.
He's a nice guy. So
on Chris.
But that's the thing about Liz. Like you don't have to like do extra shit to. You don't need to do that. Like I said, I think that she's beautiful. Personally, I don't like the dress, period, because I think it was just kind of gaudy looking to me. I think that she could have rocked, because I've seen her on a red carpet and she worked it. I've seen her work some, I've seen her work some nice looks, but personally, I don't think that dress was cute. It has nothing to do with size or anything like that, because like the first thing people, I mentioned nothing about her size until you brought it to me. I said nothing about her size.
I never said nothing about her size either. When did I say anything about her size?
No, but you know, people be like, you like people like.
Before they try to come after me and say like, name one time I said something about her size on this podcast.
People like to put the words in the mouth and be like, well, this is this and that, and it's like nobody is saying anything about that. I feel like she does do things to like be controversial or try to garner that extra attention because it gives reaction, and unfortunately, the phrase that people always like rest on is, well, all publicity is good publicity. And then, people got my name is in their mouth. So people are talking about me. So that means I'm on people's minds. So I'm going to ride with it, whether it be good, bad, ugly, I'm going to ride with it. And
not necessarily.
I don't think that she needs to do that. I just don't think she needs to do that.
Not necessarily.
You got talent. You don't need to do that.
It's not good. Not necessarily, bro.
But you know how people get with that. It's like, it's not like just your talent will carry you. It will. So I personally didn't like the dress. The dress was not cute to me personally.
It was whack and shit, man.
It was not a cute dress to me.
Whack. What else is whack too? I'm about to post this one about the fire because I go both ways. I'll go on both sides of this coin and shit here. It's not just
Lord.
Yeah, Meek Mill's new album cover.
Is that what the hell?
Expensive Pain, the new Meek Mill album cover. Also garnered a lot of controversy. Can I zoom in on this shit?
This
it's also whacking shit to me too. Like just like Lizzo. Come on, like
why is it really, like just
really?
Why are people spread eagle and
really Meek? And now it's not like I'm offended. I just think it sucks. Like
it looks.
Oh yeah, it's not even a good album cover. It kind of sucks, Meek.
Yes.
Once again, like you're a talented dude. Like you don't have to do that shit. It's like,
is this what we've been reduced to? Is this what we've been reduced to as people? But he could have easily like recreated like the Good Times. The Good Times thing. He could have did something like that. That would have been a dope cover. Like, you did something reminiscent of Good Times. With the you did a Good Times painting. He could have did that.
Marvin Gaye used that. I'm gonna get the album cover that Marvin used it on.
Like, make it like a hip hop version of that. You could have done that. Hell, maybe I should have been to marketing. Maybe that should have been my major in school, because some of these people, they don't know how to market themselves. They're out here doing all this extra stuff, and yeah, that was trash. That was trash.
Yep,
and it looked like a 5-year-old drew it. It looked like a child drew that. It looks very
the Marvin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
The Good Times cover art.
See, Marvin got it right. Don't make me be that old person. I said now. I say I'm calling myself. Don't make me be that old person back in my day. Don't make me be that old person who'd be like, things were so much better back when. Don't make me become that person. Please don't make me become that person, because you guys are.
But I don't know which I don't know who's Lizzo's outfit or Meek's cover. I don't know which one was whacker. They both pretty whack to me.
It looked like a child drew it. It looked like a kid drew it. Like, my kids could like draw that, like some of my kid would have drew.
Some people, like, I saw people like getting mad about that, is like posting pics of like the 2 Live Crews album covers from back in the day. Like, y'all mad at me, but y'all weren't offended about this. I'm old enough to remember, like, people were like highly offended by that 2 Live Crew shit.
With the ass out, like,
got banned by some of them album covers. Like, you must be young and just not old enough to remember that shit. Like, 2
You're Gen Z.
Banned and shit, like, because of those album covers. So, yeah, people definitely were outraged over that shit back in the day.
They were.
I was a kid. I was the target audience, so I loved it. Yeah, naked girls, like, but yeah.
Hey,
older crowd, like our parents, like our mom saw that shit. It's like, yeah. She's like, "What is this? Like, he brought in my house.
What is that filth? What is that filth that you brought in my house?"
Yeah, she saw my 2 Live album cover for that shit. Like, but nasty as they want to be, come on. Well, like, the nastiest, the sports week is the one. Yeah, the nastiest might want to be too is the one, probably the most controversial one. So you got the 4 of them in the bed and shit, and then the girls, you just see their asses like coming from the bottom.
And they giving head, yeah.
Obviously, giving.
It's similar. They're giving head.
Asses like in thongs and shit, like, yeah. So it's like,
right.
4 guys like smiling up top.
On the cover, they're like, and they're on the cover.
Yeah,
they're obviously giving head, obviously, or similar. Like, the implication is that they're giving head. That's what the implication is. Yeah, it was outraged. But I remember mom was like, nasty. Her mom always like, so vulgar. Mom was highly offended.
Funniest moment I had with mom on that shit was you remember Pimps Up, Hoes Down? I don't remember that special.
Yeah.
And the girl she pulled the string of pearls out of her cooch. Me and Kareem were watching, mom walked in right on that part. They nasty. But mom watched the whole thing. That's what made it.
And then she sat down and watched it. I'm like, why?
Watched it. Me and Kareem just like, I'm trying to keep from laughing the whole time at that point. It was like, it was hysterical to me. He's nasty, sticking stuff inside of you. Like, but watch the fucking shit.
But then she watched it.
She watched the whole thing. Okay, I found the censored cover. I want to find the uncensored 2 Live Crew one. So I found the one where they had their, like, it's like Wikipedia, I guess, got the censored version. I'm gonna find the uncensored one. Yeah.
Doody Brown. Doody Brown.
Titties, baby. Titties, baby.
Tony Luke's song still gets played because it's now vulgar. It's go leave us. It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Mike Love and the Diz.
It's your birthday. That's always going to be a Chicago thing. We always going to ride that.
To me, I think of the Bad Boys.
I do too.
I don't even think of 2 Live Crew anymore. I think of the Bad Boys.
If you're of a certain age, when you're singing Happy Birthday at a birthday party, you're gonna go right into that mode. Who's this on the birthday light? You're gonna go right into it, no matter if you're of a certain age, and your kids may be looking like, I don't know this, mom. He's like, oh,
here's that infamous 2 Live Crew cover I was talking about, the sports weekend. Like the fellas in the bed, the girls' heads under the cover, asses out. Yeah. But like I said, I remember that being highly controversial.
And they're in there smiling, like
has like a banner over their ass. Like, yes.
Over their ass, right?
Yeah. Because that's the one on the Wikipedia got the censored version, obviously.
Over their buttocks.
Encyclopedia. So we're not showing ass on there.
We're not showing filth. We're not showing vulgarity.
The album cover that ended up getting released was the one with the banner over the asses because of the controversy.
It caused too much of a stir. Too much. But things happen, like things have always been like obviously some stuff is more.
Another one that was brought up was Little Kim's album cover, Hardcore.
Oh yeah, with
Spread Eagle, which also was controversial back then. So
her legs were wide open.
Let's not act like people didn't always get mad over shit like that.
Exactly.
Not just Meek and shit. Like whenever you put shit out like that. I'm not old enough to remember. I could probably get asked like our mom, but I'm sure the Ohio Players album covers with the girl covered in honey. I'm sure
sweet sticky thing. Yeah.
I'm sure that shit got out. Like I said, I was either not born or was a kid when that album got out. Like that one, I don't know like what the outrage was, but I know that the 2 Live Crew and Lil Kim, I definitely.
From what we heard, they were the Ohio Players. They were some players. From what I heard, they were some players. The Ohio, yep, they got it in. From what I heard, so. But it's always been outrageous. It's just the difference now is that social media makes it.
We all have
somebody across the globe. Somebody in China could be putting something in now. We could hear it right now. We would see it online.
Everybody got a voice now.
Yeah, that's the difference. Back in the day, it's like you may not get a story until like a week later. Like something that happened across the globe, you might not find out until like a week or two
everybody
later.
Might not get it. Some get it, some don't. But now everybody got it pretty much.
Right.
But that's all I got. I don't know if you got anything else. I'm pretty much done. Yeah.
Congratulations to Eve. She just announced her pregnancy. I saw it on Friday.
I didn't see that
stuff. So she and her husband, Maximilian, are expecting their first child together. He has 4 from a previous relationship. So that's something that she's always wanted to be. She always wanted to be a mom. These kids are grown though. They're like big. Like his oldest is like 19. They're like big. Yeah, they're big kids. So they're old. So like I know that's
younger days then.
That's something that she's always wanted to be, is to be a mom. Like, she's like, she became an instant stepmom, but she's like, she wanted to, have a child. And, Eve, happy for her. She was like, finally, I can let the cat out the bag now. Her baby's due in February, and she was cradling her baby bump, and they looked happy. Like his hand was on her stomach too on the Instagram post. They looked happy.
Going there on a personal level, got to shout out my homegirl Sierra Monet. She posted her baby bump video on the gram. Yeah, she walked like rubbing. I was like, oh, Sierra's having a baby. None of which she kept that secret like a mile. We all were like, oh shit.
You got to. You got to. And then people be nosy and people be nosy about your pregnancy.
Having her little West Side baby. Congrats, Sierra. No, always fuck with Sierra about being from the West Side. I got love for the West Side. Baby, yeah. I think
we got love for the West Side.
Sierra might live on the South Side now. I don't even know. But I know she's from the West Side. I don't even know where she lives now. She might not even live on the West Side anymore. But she's always West Side though, wherever you live.
What's up?
Well, I'm ready to wrap it up. Not another damn podcast.
That would do it for me.
Yeah, we got a lot in on that one. Definitely appreciate you supporting the podcast, even with that little dumbass hiccup in the middle. You want to support us further so we can stop doing shit like that, learn to work my equipment properly, give a like. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What up, Tasha?
Hey, Tasha.
Get at us on Amazon Alexa devices. Also get at us on YouTube. Put it up a little bit. Put it up. Put it up. That'll work. Follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well.
And you can check me out, MSIMA8626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, SCR8GULEY1 on Twitter, SCR8GULEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs. And for your video production needs, check out straightgullyproductions.com.
Yes, sir. I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.